guys, thanks for tuning into my channel, Jason's Own World. Today I'm going to be tackling the old motor right here. Going to be taking it apart, at least somewhat. I want to take the top end off and see if there's anything on the top end that has caused this motor to seize up back in September of 2024. So let's get this thing pulled apart and see if we can find anything. Now, I've never pulled a motor apart before, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the top here with all the lines, the ignition coils, the PCV right here, and then I'm going to work my way over to, I think, the side, which is going to be the passenger side on this EA 888.3 motor, and I'm going to take the timing chain covers off and then see what I can see on the timing chain itself. Then I'm going to work my way over here and tackle the fuel injectors and the oil filter here, along with the bracket that holds the oil filter, the AC compressor, and then the oil cooler. And I'm going to inspect for leaks or anything like that, which I think was happening. And yeah, just work my way around the motor and see what's going on. My goal is to take this whole top off and get to the camshafts as well as the little lifters there, and then see what we find. Hopefully we can find something on the top end that caused this motor to seize. If not, then we're going all the way down. So let's get right to taking this motor apart. All right, as far as any accessories or anything on the top here that needs to be removed, I think I'm all good before I take the valve cover off right here. So my next move is going to be removing the timing chain covers, the top one, which is the upper, and the bottom one, which is the lower. I'm going to take off the oil dipstick right here. I'm going to take off the oil filter and the bracket right here, and I'm going to be removing the crank pulley as well. Then I'll be removing all of this stuff. Oh, I'll also be removing these magnets, the camshaft magnets right here. So yeah, let's get to that. Now this is your upper timing chain cover that I just removed, along with the camshaft magnets here. This is a common leaking area on the Mark 7 GTI, and so this is the gasket that you usually replace, along with the camshaft magnet gaskets inside here, which run inside here in both of these. So if you do have a leak, you want to replace this gasket, these camshaft magnet gaskets in both of these, as well as the cover itself, because they can warp or crack. Move on to the lower timing chain cover, which this one requires an actual gasket sealant if you're ever going to do this job. So it does not All right, this is the first time I have seen my timing chain on this car, which is pretty cool actually. Let's inspect it here. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Timing chain is tight up here. There's no looseness of the timing chain there. Let's see here. Inside here, everything is put together. There's nothing loose on the timing chain itself. Now, I've never done a timing chain job on this car. It has 182,000 miles on it, on this motor, and never had to do it. Right now, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ribs showing here, 4 up here. I don't know what that means. Maybe you guys can see if that means that maybe this timing chain was going to need to be replaced soon. Maybe there was a little bit more stretch than there should have been, but as far as it looks right now, it looks good to me. I honestly don't know what it's supposed to look like as far as wear is concerned, so maybe you guys tell me with that right there. All right, guys, so we got the valve cover off. It's right there. And from the looks of it, everything looks great. All the lifters are in the right spot. As far as the camshafts are concerned, I don't see anything crazy. Now, you tell me if there's anything going on weird that you see with these camshafts. There is a little bit of scoring, I guess. I don't know if that's considered scoring. Like I said, I don't really know what to look for. There's a little bit more on this one right here, but really not that bad looking. This one up here doesn't have hardly any like the one down here. So yeah, you tell me. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing that seems to be out of place or anything like that up here so far. So let's get to taking off the bracket here. That includes the oil cooler, the oil filter, and then the compressor, the AC compressor, which used to sit right here, but it's no longer there right now. All right, now I'm looking at my little gasket that sits on the bracket right here, on this backside right here, this little gasket right here. And it does look like I was having a little bit of leaking, so this gasket definitely needed to be replaced, but I had no idea that it was leaking. So there's a bunch of oil buildup right there. Here is the oil cooler, so I'm going to take this off and inspect this to see if that gasket was also leaking too. It looks like it because it has a bunch of oil buildup right here. So let's go ahead and check this. All right, upon inspection, definitely looks like I was having some leaking around my oil cooler gasket, which sits right here. Yeah, definitely I could see that. And there's a bunch of buildup on the oil right here that I've taken out and stuff like that. It's not really a common issue for the oil cooler gasket or the gasket that goes right here to the bracket, which sits right here, to be leaking. But after 182,000 miles on this motor, I would assume, you know, with it being tuned the way it is and driven the way it was, that is probably going to have some leaking issues around this area. I would probably say every 50,000 miles, go ahead and inspect your area around here. So you'll see a bunch of oil right here, like I have right here, if it's leaking. Maybe even over here, which could look like a timing chain cover gasket leak, but it could possibly be leaking from a damaged seal or cracked or just an old seal rubber seal here to the block, and even with a little cool gasket. So go ahead and inspect this. All right, so the head is off now. Check this out. Looks like we had a head gasket leak, most likely. Look how rusted up these cylinder walls are. My goodness. Look at that. Just crazy. And then coming over here to the intake side, I mean, it's kind of chipping off right there. Yeah, definitely had a, there's coolant right there. That's coolant, which is crazy. So definitely had a head gasket leak. But as far as the valves are concerned, yeah, they're a little weird, but I don't see anything bent or anything like that out of place. But the pistons definitely, if it was hydrolocked, they would be able to move up and down unless they're just seized. Like, it's odd. So I'm gonna pound on them, see if they do anything. But as far as the cylinder walls are concerned, that's great. Hey guys, what's up? It's another day here in another place. I'm over at the house now. I'm going to be ending the video there, and I know I didn't finish the breakdown of the old motor. And the reason why is because there's a particular bolt that's holding the crank on that I do not have a tool for, so I couldn't go any further with that. And since I did quite a bit, I figured I'd send you guys this video and show you that I still haven't found the reason why my motor has seized. The crank is still seized up despite taking off the top parts of the rod bearings and everything. Everything else that needs to be taken out is the crank, the pistons, and the rods. That's pretty much it. So yeah, until we get to that point and until I get that tool to be able to remove the crank from the block, it's going to be that. So what I'm saying is there's going to be a part 2. I was not expecting it to be a part 2. I was just going to do it all on this one, but it's going to be a part 2. At least you guys know that this is where we're at right now. So I'm going to end the video right there. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. We will figure out why the motor seized up, but as of right now, we do not know yet still. So I hope you liked it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you in the next video. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.